Hey, I am TC, your girlfriend, not girlfriend, and the most honest F buddy you've never had. Today's topic, the one mistake that can ruin your friends with benefits relationship. Let's get into it. All right, I'm not going to keep you on edge with it. I thought about it, but I'm not going to. The one major mistake that can ruin your whole friends with benefits relationship is getting caught in a lie. Now, naturally, I know the reaction isn't, oh my God. Like, I know that you're thinking like, yeah, of course, getting caught in a lie kind of can ruin anybody's relationship, right? But in long-term relationships, or like, let's say traditional relationships, a lie can cause friction and ripple in that relationship, and it can cause arguments and all this other kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, there are other tangibles that people think about, house, kids, whatever, that act like glue or bonding to hold the relationship together, to keep both people focused more on what it is they want versus what it is they're feeling. Now, all of this is my opinion, of course, but I feel like that is some of the difference when we get to talking about how it affects friends with benefits relationships versus just in general, right? Because nobody wants to be lied to. But being caught in a lie is, I think, the worst thing that can happen in a friends with benefits relationship. Because at the end of the day, most other things don't matter. Whether you can trust each other does. That brings me to my second point. Why are people even in friends with benefits relationships in the first place? Booty calls are different. You're in that strictly for the ass. But in a friends with benefits relationship, that friends, that F buddy that I harp on so much on this channel, you want somebody you can have a good time with and you can trust with your intimacy, your body, your life. Because with an FWB, you start sharing a lot of parts of your life. You invite them around your family, possibly. You guys are traveling together. They become more than just this one thing, this one sex thing. For a person that begins to weave into your life, you want to be able to trust that person. You want to be able to trust that person can be at your house and not steal nothing. That person is not going to play with your feelings. That person is not going to manipulate you. You want to trust that you guys are genuinely having a great time together, experiencing the fun parts of life together. And if and when things get rough, that friend is going to be there for you. When you do something like get caught in a lie, and I mean, there are levels to the lies, but I will say this is another difference between traditional relationships and friends with benefits relationships. I feel like little white lies in a traditional relationship matter a lot less because there are other things that you guys are invested in long term. Whereas with a friend with benefits, you guys aren't really invested in much else besides a friendship and having a good time. So when you tell little white lies, it's like, I don't know what I could trust this person with. There's a different mindset for friends with benefits relationships. So when you're seeking somebody you can trust, if this person is constantly telling you little white lies, then you don't know if you can trust them. You don't know what you can trust them with at that point. And that leads me into my next point. When trust is broken in a friends with benefits relationship, it spills into all the rest of the relationship. And what I mean by that is, one, why lie? What is the reason to lie here? You telling me that you are talking to somebody else. All right, like we're having a good time. Why do I care about that? Or you telling me that you were over, because most of the lies that are thought about being told in a friends with benefits relationship involve being involved with another person, because the person who is thinking about telling the lie does not want the dynamics between them and this other person to change. So you're lying about stuff like where you were at on Wednesday, or who you were texting. In these relationships, people shouldn't be pressing each other out about what they're doing when they're not spending time together. But let's just say you're having a casual conversation about your Wednesday, and then you mention something about another person in that conversation, but yet when you guys were texting that day, you were saying you were somewhere else. And it's like, to that person, for what? For what reason do you have to lie to me? Besides, I mean, I guess the selfish reason of you don't want things to change, but we can have a conversation. And if you don't want things to change, we can discuss what I'm comfortable with. But being my friend, you should allow me to have some say in how we maneuver based off of what things are okay in this relationship. Even lying about your emotions. Let's say you've been telling your F buddy, you are cool this whole time. You are emotionally stable. You're fine. Everything is good. No reason to change nothing. I'm all good. Then that F buddy starts to become seriously interested in another person. And then as a last resort, trying to keep them, you divulge your true feelings about them. I've been in love with you for this amount of time and blah, 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 blah. That person, I mean, I know for me, I'm gonna be first taken back at the fact that this whole time you've been basically living a lie. Because you've been telling me that you've been good, but you haven't been good. And that is frustrating for me because I'm like, I would have never wanted you to feel that way. If I knew you were feeling that way, we would have talked about how to change things so that you didn't get so deep in it like that. And then if, let's say, things don't work out with whomever it is that I'm talking to, or the person in this example is talking to, and you guys are still like teetering on the being friends with benefits relationship, I know for me, I wouldn't trust what you're saying. I wouldn't even feel safe going back into that dynamic with you because you can tell me all day, like, no, I'm good. You know, my emotions are cool. Like, I don't care no more, whatever. I wouldn't believe it. You lied to me once. You could be lying right now because you want something from me. You want that energy. You want that sex. You want that fun. You want all of that. So no, I don't trust you to not manipulate me into sharing that level of intimacy with you, thinking that you're okay and you're not. And it spills into other things. It spills into, like, if I were to ask that person, are you emotionally involved with, you know, one of your other F buddies or whatever? Like, let's say it's, you know, you have other people. And I asked, are you emotionally involved with them? Like, how you feeling about them? And you tell me, oh no, I'm good. Like, we just chilling. It's much like this. I would not believe it. I would feel like there's a possibility, a high possibility that you want more from that person than they're giving you and you're just settling. And there's a chance that any day now, if they decide that they want to be in a relationship with you, you will hop, skip, and jump to that situation. It's all bad. Once you get caught in a lie, it's all bad because now everything that occurs in your friends with benefits relationship is in question. And that literally brings me into my next point. Repair isn't erased. So even if whatever that lie was, that person may, especially if you're in a friends with benefits relationship and you guys are just trying to have a good time and they don't want to act like they're taking things too seriously, they're going to be like, okay, cool. Like, it wasn't all that. I mean, I didn't necessarily like it, but it wasn't all that. I'm fine with it. Do you, I'ma do me. Repair, not erase. They will not forget that lie. And that is going to play a role in the decisions that they make going forward with you for probably the rest of your friends with benefits relationship. I'm telling you, you know what? I'm telling you that from experience, which you can find out about in the very next video. I'm going to actually give you an example of how broken trust literally changed the dynamic of my first friends with benefits relationship for the duration of it. And mind you, that lasted 7.5 years. The trust was broken in like year 2, and it changed everything going past that point. So anyway, if you want to know about that, watch the next video. But of course, guys, if you have any further questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. I have no problem sharing more with you on the topic. But as always, guys, until the next video, be free, have fun, be safe, and enjoy.